General Order 17, Stardate 2/0112. A Starfleet vessel captains are to consider the lives of their crew members as sacred. In any potentially hostile situation, a captain will place the lives of his crew above the fate of his ship. Now, that sounds pretty straightforward. I mean, it does, really, honestly, if you think about it. Well, it makes sense. In a situation where the ship's at great risk, likely to be destroyed, it's best for the captain to issue a abandoned ship order so the crew has a chance to get out and preserve their lives. In a hostile situation where you're outnumbered, you're outgunned, you're potentially disabled, it's not shameful to surrender the ship to save the lives of the crew whenever possible. There's a slippery slope here. There's a bit of a double standard or double-edged sword in this aspect, in this particular general order. This general order basically is a legal get out of jail free card to give the captains. Well, I had to abandon my ship. I had ordered the crew to abandon ship to preserve their life, or I surrendered the ship to an enemy force with the hopes of maintaining the crew's livelihood, or to save their lives. And yet, there are other precedents and regulations and one or two general orders that say, we're not supposed to hand over technology, risk the capture or distribution of high technology from the Federation by our enemies. So in some cases, it's better to scuttle the ship, to blow it up, than to surrender. You're supposed to make every effort to let the ship's crew escape. You can connive a way to get it. A lot of captains have, in the TV canon, have surrendered the vessel at one point or another to some degree, or the crew become incapacitated and the ship's overrun, and then pulled a rabbit out of their hat later on by able to counter insurgency and counter basically regain the ship, control of the ship through various means, which is a best case scenario and a worst case situation at the end of the day. But it's assumed that most ship captains are not going to be in a position or have the luck, perhaps, or the skill in some handful of cases to actually accomplish this thing and pull it off. So there's no shame in survival, making sure your crew survives to see another day. That seems, like I said, straightforward. Then there's the other category here that potentially could be utilized, that this general order could be utilized to justify. So if my away team is captured by an enemy force or by an alien force or what have you, I'm justified in sending a relief mission to recover them or to break them out, if you will. And as long as it's not violating the prime directive. And we're back into that slippery slope gray area where we can use these other general orders to bolster our excuse for violating the prime directive, just all but in a minor way, to regain members of a ship's lost crew. Just makes you wonder a little bit. This could be a potentially interesting general order when used appropriately in a RPG situation. Anyway, till next time, keep a track of your crew.